the way young people are making friends around the world is changing. An Australian survey asked teens to focus on all of the ways in which they spend time and interact, both digitally and in person, with the friend who is closest to them. Many teens say they hang out with their closest friends in online settings, such as social media sites or through gaming websites.
Many companies are using the skills shortage argument. However, in reality, they should spend more time and effort recruiting or luring graduates with better salaries. Some companies are ahead of the game by offering more apprenticeships to get staff up to a suitable standard. Additionally, the government is taking active efforts to give visas to skilled people.
To some people, technology is controlling their lives. However, it is a mixture of positive and negative effects because technology like smartphones has brought enormous improvements. Take, for example, the impact of technology on communication. Smartphones have revolutionized the way items such as personal and commercial messages are sent with the electronic transmission of messages.
Many people think that mediums like TV and newspapers focus too much on bad news. They think that this is a trying issue for society to consider because it can lead to many other serious problems such as bad behavior, vandalism, and burglaries. By watching graphic images of such details on TV, people become hardened and then find it difficult to distinguish between right and wrong.
In the future, cars will automatically judge your driving and take some autonomous decisions. If the car decides you are angry and in danger of driving unsafely, it might adapt itself to make things safer. On the same grounds, a shop might use this technology to work out when customers are more likely to buy things, including things they probably don't really need.
Most Australian cities over the years have actively contributed to making their residents less physically active, as there is now less need for the public to walk anywhere. Yet, the health and economic benefits gained from the financial investment are clear for everyone to see. However, the government is spending more money on health and Medicare.
Geological and historical records are used to establish the nature of past coastal changes. Monitoring of coastal change is also undertaken using a broad range of techniques including laser technology and digital aerial photography. These techniques are used to determine coastal topography, coastal erosion, and shoreline position with high accuracy.
With three-dimensional and digital maps, modern-day cartographers have very sophisticated digital tools at their disposal to make sense, shape, and refine our place in the world, and to guide us. With the primary function of creating maps, as in the past, cartography as a science is still having a huge impact on human progress.
At primary school, the curriculum is constantly changing to keep pace with the modern world. While it is argued software programming should now be part of the curriculum, others feel that the focus should be on numerical studies. Some others believe that children need to play more at this stage rather than being bombarded by more technology.
The first groups of people to discover New Zealand arrived from Polynesia. Exactly when these explorers arrived has often been a matter of debate, but today the general understanding is that it was during the 13th century that their canoes eventually landed on New Zealand's shores. In some ways, the new country must have seemed like an ideal place to settle.
The birth of modern American dance occurred in the first years of the 20th century. And perhaps unusually for academics, dance historians hold remarkably similar views when it comes to identifying the early 1900s. We can see that dancers quite deliberately moved away from previous approaches.
Human beings enjoy a good laugh. It's such an obvious fact that it's easy to overlook. Laughter, like music and language, is a fundamental human trait. Common sense tells us that laughter is associated with happiness. However, there is also a body of scientific evidence proving that laughter and happiness are the secrets for long life.
On paper, biofuels seem the ideal replacement for oil, coal, and gas, the fossil fuels we depend upon, and which drive global warming and disrupt weather patterns by releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. But the past decade has seen the biofuel industry face tough questions over whether it can truly claim to be green.
It is clear that large numbers of people spend a considerable proportion of their leisure time looking at their smartphones or similar gadgets. However, it is clear that there are two major reasons for this. Firstly, so much of our lives are now managed through these devices, and we are expected to be in touch at all times.
People from almost every culture like to collect things. They might collect stamps, books, cards, priceless paintings, or worthless tickets to old sports games. Their collection might hang on the walls of a mansion or be stored in a box under the bed. It is often a fascination to researchers that what is it that drives people to collect?
Starting in the 1980s, the widespread availability of the first video, and then digital cameras transformed filmmaking. The flexibility and low cost of these devices meant that anyone could now be a filmmaker. Amateurs working from home could compete with professionals in ways never possible before. The appearance of online film-sharing platforms only increased the new possibilities for amateur filmmaking.
At the end of the flowering season, fruit is produced which in turn becomes seeds. These either fall to the ground or are carried by birds or animals to other places, or they are carried along by the wind. When they drop to the ground, they wait until the spring of the next year. Then they germinate and grow, and the process repeats itself.
Interest in measuring subjective well-being has grown considerably over recent years in the UK. Indeed, a number of major social surveys in the UK already include subjective well-being questions, and it seems that various policy areas could make use of these data. The question, therefore, is not whether to measure subjective well-being, but how to do this from now on.
Last year, the agricultural and meteorology departments at the university were given a $20 million grant, funded in part by the government and various companies in the food and agricultural industry, to conduct research into cloud seeding to increase precipitation. It is hoped that the benefits accrued will have far-reaching consequences for other drought-ridden regions of the planet.
Some people believe that the role played by technology in the studying process for the young is very important because compared to the past, studying is now much more efficient and convenient. For example, recent advances in areas such as mobile technology mean that information can now be accessed at any time and anywhere.